Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome again to another episode of Ta1k podcast. And on this podcast, we spell talk with the one instead of an L because on this podcast, we always keep it 100. All right, let's get into it today. Episode today, happy 4th of July, okay? 4th of July is always special because, first of all, it's the middle of the year, always, so it's kind of the year's already halfway over. 4th of July is special because I love the heat. I love warm weather, so that's probably my special time of the year. Grilling, pool, sport. Well, it's baseball, but you know it is what it is, right? Happy 4th of July. Go celebrate. Go see family. Go. If you want to just celebrate by yourself, go get you a pack of hot dogs. Go get you a small cheap grill. Go grill and celebrate for yourself. It don't matter. I mean, you don't have to celebrate 4th of July itself. Just celebrate that you have the freedom to chill by yourself if you were doing that, okay? 4th of July is also good because around this time, it's June and July, that's when you see all your family reunions. That's when you see all your cousins, aunties, grandmas, you know, people that you ain't seen in a while, okay? It's family reunion season, okay? So that's why I love 4th of July around that season. Family reunion, I get to see some more people. I get to go do some stuff, chill with some people I ain't seen in a while. So have fun. Be safe. 4th of July, especially being an adult, guess what? You like to drink, okay? A lot of people like to drink. Not everybody now, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people like to drink beer, liquor, whatever it is. All right, be safe. Drink responsibly. Get home safe. All right, have fun, okay? Yeah, we're gonna get into a lot in the episode today. Not really a lot. It's gonna be probably short and sweet, simple. We're looking at 30 minutes, maybe an hour, if we can squeeze out that hour, but 30 minutes for sure. Okay. Starting out, thank you everybody who tuned in to the Talk After Dark first live stream. Thank you guys for tuning in to that last night. I appreciate you guys so much. Going forward, I'm gonna really have random days of doing that. I really wanted to do last night because that's going into the day of 4th of July. I can release this episode and, you know what I'm saying, do all that. So I think that was a perfect timing for me. But thank you guys for tuning in last night if you did tune in. If you missed it, go check it again. If you can't check it again, wait till you see the next one. Next one is just going to be just as good as the first one, okay? First one we talked about a lot. We talked about some what-if questions, would you rather questions, just to get the ball rolling, okay? Because Talk After Dark that's really what it stands for, After Dark. I love doing this podcast is for really everybody. It's still X-rated on here, but After Dark is X-rated. We talk about some shit, right? Y'all saw last night. All right, but yeah, let's get into the episode today. Like I said, guys, happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. We already had the Cinco de Mayo where we drink till we couldn't drink no more. I had fun. Now it's 4th of July. Drink till you can't drink no more. Go pop some fireworks. Go watch people pop some fireworks. Watch some baseball, okay? Go do whatever you really want to do today. Go hang out with your favorite cousins. I got favorite cousins I haven't seen in a while. I would love to hang out with them. But I haven't seen them in a while. Family reunions. If you got family reunions, I'm actually going to a family reunion this weekend. So that's why you see this episode kind of made early. That's why you see this episode released on the 4th of July. Not only because of the 4th of July special, don't get me wrong, but because I got to leave this weekend. Okay, so I'm going out of town, down to Kansas. Okay, going to see some family, my wife's family. We're going to have some fun, do some stuff down there. We're going to probably pop some more fireworks. See some more family that I haven't seen in a while. Of course, my wife, she hasn't seen a little bit of them in a while, but I haven't seen them in a while either. So it's good that we both get to go see them. Yeah, let's get into this episode. First thing, 4th of July. Growing up with your cousins around the 4th of July. And this time, June and July being family reunion season. Yeah, I like, that's what I'm saying. It's the family reunion season. It's around that time. So, family reunions back in the day used to be top notch. Now, I'm not going to lie. It's a couple of them that I went to like recently it got me going back into my old kid days of, yeah, this is how family reunions should be and this is how they was and yada, 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 right? But It's still not. It's really not the same as it was like back in the days. Because you know what I'm saying, we're adults now. We got more responsibilities. As kids, we didn't have much responsibilities, so we was able to live kind of just, of course, rent free, but live freely within ourselves and go to family reunions. Hey, can I go spend the night at such and such house? Can such and such spend the night at my house? Right? You know what I'm saying? So family reunions were top notch back in the day. Shout out to my family in Tennessee, K-Day. That's what our family reunion is, K-Day, aka Kitten Day. That was our thing to do. I mean, we still got it going. We're still pushing to this day, and I'm happy. I need to go back and, with a bang, do a show at the K-Day. Hey, a K-Day show, K-Day special. Ta1k podcast, y'all. That would be lit. I'll think about that maybe for next year. Definitely not this year, but maybe for next year once we get a little bit bigger into it. Got more equipment, got some more status quo, if that's what you want to say. As far as the family reunion goes, what was your favorite thing about the family reunion? Mine was meeting my cousins, because especially majority of my cousins. It was a few of my cousins that I had that stayed in Illinois, so they was about like a good 4 hours away, if that, maybe a little bit longer than that. And so I didn't get to see them as often, but when I did, it was always fun seeing them. And then my cousins, of course, that stayed in Tennessee, I got to see them more than my cousins in Illinois, but it still wasn't. We still was far apart to where we couldn't just go see each other every day, right? So my favorite part about family reunions back in the days was seeing my cousins, and you already knew that. You knew that question as a parent back in the days. You knew that question was coming from either from your kids, from your little cousin, from your niece or your nephew. Hey, can such and such spend a night? Can I go spend a night over such and such house? That was always the automatic question, because you had fun back in the days, man. That was before technology took over the way it took over, to where like I go to family reunions nowadays. It's like us, the grown-ups now, are still talking and interacting with each other like we're the kids, and I'm looking at the kids. They're on tablets. They're doing this, and they're not really engaged, man. I saw the last family reunion I went to, I saw somebody brung out a football, and we was tossing it, and that was it. We tossed it for 2 seconds, nothing else. Back in the day, if you brung out a football or a basketball or a family reunion, it was games going on. Like we in the NFL, NBA, whatever you want to call it, we out there playing for hours, and you couldn't get us to stop. It was hard, right? So I'm definitely saying that times has changed when it comes to stuff like that, and it's good and it's cool, but at the same time, I guess it's different now that I'm an adult. If I was still a kid, I want to go back to those old days where I see my cousins and we go play for hours. That son kick your ass. So when I'm playing for hours, I go over there, spend the night, or they come to my house, spend the night. We play more video games for hours. We might go outside again for hours, do all this, and then next thing you know, I'm waking up. It's time for church. So, yeah, that was my favorite thing growing up. Tell me in the comment section, what was your favorite thing growing up around this time, 4th of July, family reunion season? What was your favorite family reunion thing to do? Because, like I said, mine was hanging around with my cousins that I haven't seen in a while. Going over to their house, or they coming to my house, and we're having so much fun. Like, really, to be honest, a lot of times where I'm chilling with my cousins and we're spending night at each other's house, like those were, now looking back at it, those weekends last forever. Like they were short at the moment, but now looking back at it, they kind of did last forever. As far as we made some great memories, a lot of memories, and everything leading up to it. It was pretty cool. It was pretty fun, and I had fun doing all that. Like, my childhood was really dope. Being born in 95, I feel like I had the best of both worlds when it comes to growing up and being free, but also being caged in, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, it still was cool. Let me know what you guys loved about the family reunion. Okay, so, like, look, y'all see baseball jersey. Y'all like the baseball jersey? It's baseball season. It's that time. Like, this is what it's about, okay? 4th of July is baseball. 4th of July is actually chilling, having fun, okay? And I got some games I'm gonna go over for baseball that's gonna be coming on today. Don't miss that, because y'all gotta see what's gonna be on today. Your favorite cousin. Let me know who was your favorite cousin to see. Don't be ashamed. If you don't want to say their name, that's cool. If you feel shy, I feel it. But hey, let me know who your favorite cousin. My favorite cousins, my all time, and I have a lot of cousins for a lot of family. Period. But of course, I have my cousin who moved down with me to Tennessee, Keisha. Love you, Keisha. Shout out to you, girl. Keep your head up, girl. That was my dog when she moved down to Tennessee. My cousin Tia, she was my childhood cousin who we grew up. Like, you couldn't separate us. And, like, that was one of the cousins that I was just like, yo, like, when it came to family reunions, I was happy to see her. When it came to 4th of July stuff, K-Day, knowing that I'm going to my great-grandmother's house after church, or knowing that I'm going to my great-grandmother's house, I'll be with my grandma, and she's like, you're going to Big Mama's house. And I'll be happy, excited, knowing that I'm going to see my cousin Tia. And, like, we grew up together. We was in the same grade. I'm older than her. Actually, happy birthday, Tia. Her birthday is on 4th of July, actually. Happy birthday to you, baby girl. Love you. Keep up what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, do it big, girl. I love you, all right? Happy birthday to you again, Tia. Tia. Happy birthday. But, yeah, that was my favorite cousin growing up, and we was literally two peas in the pod. Couldn't separate us worth a damn. And then, also, my other favorite cousins, it's really three of them. But two of them for sure was the twins, Brian and Brianna. And then Brendan, their little brother, who was younger than us, but he still was in the group. He was in the loop, right? Shout out to y'all. They was in Illinois, and when they used to come to Tennessee to visit us, or it was like they thought Tennessee was the best thing ever. And to this day, I laugh a little bit because I was like, I just can't believe they think Tennessee is just all that. And they used to think it was all that. But it's you traveling, because when I traveled to Illinois, I thought Illinois was cool. I loved Illinois. And they're in East St. Louis, Illinois. So you right beside St. Louis, so we traveling both. Like, I'm thinking that's the best shit ever, right? So shout out to y'all. Those are just a few. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of more cousins I have that I just cannot shout out right now. So it's a lot of names that just can't come to my mind. But everybody else, Ashley, Tiffany, Q, love you guys. I used to stay with them all the time when I was a kid. I think me, Tiffany, and Ashley watched the Rugrats movie so much that to this day we probably can remember the lines to that movie, even if we tried to forget. So shout out to y'all. Man, it's so many that I can name that I feel bad for not naming, but y'all know who y'all are. I love all of you guys. Next family reunion, we gonna turn it up. You know what? I'll bring the show to the family reunion and we can just have some fun with it. Okay. If you guys have a family reunion that you're traveling to, be safe. If you guys have a family function that you're traveling to, be safe. Go enjoy the food and go enjoy some fireworks, okay? If you are new to actually 4th of July, and please don't act like I'm crazy and don't make fun of these people. Some people don't celebrate it, and this might be the day, or this might be the year that they say, you know what, I'm going to change, and I want to celebrate it. If you're new to celebrating 4th of July, don't worry. You can usually, it don't matter if you stay in a small city. You can usually go to your downtown areas and go watch a fireworks show. Now, if you're like, let's say you're in a small area and your closest city is like Dallas, like you can go to Dallas and they're going to have fireworks shows. So if you're new to celebrating 4th of July, don't worry about it. That's cool. I'm glad you're coming on and celebrating. Have fun. It's not all that, but it's fun to go enjoy some grilled food and go watch some fireworks. Okay, it's a fireworks show always going. If you know a baseball stadium that's close by, you can go there and watch a fireworks show. They always playing. They always doing some fireworks show at baseball games. I never understood that though. Like, baseball games are cool, but I never understood like every base, and I'm not kidding. Every baseball game I've ever went to, everyone that I've ever went to has had a fireworks show after the game. I've never been to a baseball game that they didn't have a fireworks show. And like, I'm looking at it like, that's real cool and dandy. I guess that's what, you know what, now thinking of it, that's what attracts the crowd. We're going to have fireworks after the game. Like, all right, bet. I'm going to watch the game. Not really, but, you know, sometimes the games be good. You know, shout out, at the time it was Diamond Jackson Generals. I don't even think they're a team anymore. Semi-pro team that was in Jackson, Tennessee, home city. I'm dead ass serious. Every time I used to go watching them play, they always had a fireworks show. And one time they let all the kids, or really kids and adults, it didn't matter who it was, they let you go run the bases actually. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. Being in high school, knowing some baseball players, shout out to my guys who I knew, college as well. I knew some baseball players as well. I used to think that, they used to be running for no reason, really running for no reason. Now, let me tell you something. Thinking back into this one specific day of me playing baseball, I played pickup baseball in college. Yeah, there's a such thing as pickup baseball. And I played it in college, but I remember one time in high school, they let us run the bases. And when I tell you I ran the bases, when I ran to first base, I was like, damn, that was kind of far. Running to second base halfway through, I'm looking at third base like, that is a long fucking way. Like, that's a long way. And then as soon as I touch the bag at second base and I'm going to third, I'm looking at home like, oh my God. And I'm running full speed. So this is what I say, man. We seen it. If you went to school, if you got kids, if you got brothers and sisters, cousins that played on the baseball team, then you know for sure that it's a lot of damn running in baseball. I really never noticed until actually going onto the field and actually running the field and running the bases, because that's a long damn way. And playing baseball, you have to be in cardio shape, because now I understand, like, if you want to steal a base, you're going to have to run a fucking mile to steal that damn base. And you have to time. And thinking about that, you have to time it right, because math plays it. Oh, you hear them fireworks outside? See, look, they already started. I was about to get down, right? But, yeah, see, look, they started now already. I should have started earlier before they did that. But anyway, math goes into baseball too, because you got to think about it. You have to time the pitcher throwing it just right so you can have the right amount of time to steal that base, because it's a long, between bases, it's a long motherfucking run. I never knew that until I did it. So if you're going to clown baseball players, all they do is just hit a ball, this and that. You go out there for fucking 100 and whatever games and go play. You're going to be done after the first 5 games. And you can't even finish the first 5 games. Okay. All right, so speaking of that, let's see, with the baseball thing, I like to say this. My top 5 great things about the 4th of July, okay? In the comment section, let me know you guys' top 5 best things about the 4th of July. Mine, for sure, number 5 is the weather, okay? I don't know about everybody else. Everybody loves the cold weather. Oh, you can always put clothes on and blah, blah, blah. Fuck that. I love the heat. You bring on the heat for me, baby. I love the heat. Okay, so the weather is what's good for me, because even if it rains on the 4th of July, usually if it rains all day, it's a bummer, but it still brings out good weather. It's still, like, at the end of the day, you're going to be cool. You might be 70 degrees. In a place like Texas, you're going to be 70 degrees, cool. If it's been raining all day, you can actually chill. You can go under the porch, go grill, go do what you want, and be having a cool day. And even then, worst case scenario, it's 110 degrees outside. When night times come, you popping fireworks, you got a cold beer in your hand, a cold water in your hand, you're having some fun, you're just living in the sun, okay? Well, at nighttime, not in the sun. But the weather is my number 5 when it comes to top 5 great things on the 4th. Weather is number 5. Number 4 for me is baseball, okay? Now, if you're a guy like me, I don't really watch baseball and really until the postseason. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to y'all and say I'm just a big, huge baseball fan, but I don't really watch the postseason. But the 4th of July, it's something different about watching baseball on the 4th of July. You get that grilled burnt hot dog after you've been in the pool for a minute, you've been in some water. You eat that hot dog as you're sitting there with a nice cold water, nice cold beer. You're sitting there listening into the baseball game, and it's just therapeutic. I mean, I know, you know those announcers can be crazy. It's the top of the 9th, okay? Now, judges at bat, okay? And it's a 1-2 pitch. Here goes the pitch, and this is a home run. Yeah, we get that. It can be whatever, and it's just so therapeutic to me. I don't know why. It's kind of cool. So, baseball is my number 4. Number 3 is what I just talked about. Nice, cold, ice cold beer. A beer will set the 4th of July off. If I wake up in the morning, 4th of July, it's a nice size. It's nice nice weather outside. Give me a cold beer to start off my day. I feel great. That's the perfect day. That's a perfect day every day. But for the 4th of July, I think 4th of July, in my opinion, is dead smack in the middle of the damn year. Dead smack in the middle of the year. Dead smack in the fucking summer. So we like, yo, that's the perfect day to get a nice cold, ice cold beer, chill, have some fun. So number 3 is beer for me. Number 2 is what we just heard a second ago, fireworks. Fireworks are the second best thing to me on the 4th. Fireworks, though watching fireworks is pretty cool. Seeing the different types of fireworks is really, to be honest, I feel like every year they're inventing a new firework. Because when I'm watching the firework in the sky, I see one pop, 2 more pop after that. Then the next year you got 5 more popping out. You're spelling your name in fireworks at this point. You can sell a business with fireworks. Okay, no wonder this. I went to go shop for fireworks. Since I'm going out of town this 4th of July, I didn't buy any fireworks this year. But last year when I bought fireworks, I spent like damn near $300-$400 on fireworks, thinking to myself, why am I spending this much on fireworks? And then I go pop them. I'm like, okay, this is worth the $400. Then I go watch another set of fireworks. That was $1,000, and I know it was perfect, and it was worth it. So number 2 is fireworks. And the number one spot, it's what everybody loves. Drum roll, please. Grilled food. Okay, food period, but grilled food. A grilled hot dog hits different. A grilled steak hits different. Some ribs hit different. A grilled burger hits different. Grilled chicken, it hits different on the 4th of July. I don't know why. I don't make up the rules. This is just what happens. Anything off the grill is perfect. But on the 4th of July, hot day, after you've been in some water, you got a nice cold beer, you watching some baseball, oh my God. Grilled food is the best thing to ever live, but especially on the 4th of July. So that's for me. Top 5 great things about the 4th. Weather, baseball, beer, fireworks, and grilled food. Let me know what your top 5 best things about the 4th is in the comment section. Okay, don't leave me alone in this. Okay. Speaking of baseball, all right, we got some games that's going to be playing today. If you are like me, a Yankees fan, yes, Yankees, baby, stand up if you're a Yankees fan. Yankees play the Cincinnati Reds in New York. We started at 12:05 today. Okay, shout out to St. Louis. St. Louis plays Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh. That game starts at 11:35 a.m. Excuse me. Some more games. Houston plays Toronto. Philly plays Chicago. That's going to be actually a nice, good game. Chicago will have whatever record they want, and they always produce good games. Chicago Cubs. Let me say that. Chicago Cubs. Sorry. Chicago Cubs can always have whatever record they want, and they always produce good games. So that game starts at 1. They play Philly. Bryce Harper is still with Philly, I'm thinking. So that should be a good game. Boston. Even though I'm a Boston Celtics fan, I can't stand the Red Sox. But Boston plays Miami at noon today. San Diego plays Texas today. Los Angeles Angels plays the Oakland A's. I thought they got rid of everybody. Is the Athletics still in Oakland, or is this their last year this year? Do you know?
No idea. I didn't know they were. What's going on with them?
Oh, dude, Oakland has lost all their teams. Raiders. They about to lose the A's. A's are going to Vegas. They lost the Raiders, and then they lost Golden State. So, like, they lost all 3 professional teams within a 5-year span. And so, like...
Is it the location?
Bro, yes, because they're not... So, really, to be honest, the short version of it is you got all these professionals, especially the Raiders. They all got all these professional teams coming to you. Hey, our stadiums are shit. We need money for this. Good luck. You're not getting it. Okay, we'll just move. And so, like, that's basically the dumb version of it. But it's more politics into it. It's more some stuff into it. But from what my understanding on it is, that's what really happened. It's like they came to the governor, the mayor of Oakland, like, yo, we need better funds for, for our sports teams. Which really, to be honest, it's a win-lose situation, because in the mayor's eyes, or whoever it is making that decision, is fuck your professional team. What about my people first? It's that type shit. And but then you can go back and say, well, without us, your people have nothing to live for, basically. Because this is what you look up to. When I was a kid in Tennessee, I looked up to Tennessee Titans players. I looked up to Memphis Grizzlies players. Like, they helped me get me to where I want to be. So I can understand what you're saying, but I don't know. It's weird. But getting back into it, Oakland A's play Los Angeles Angels today in Oakland. That should be a good game. Baltimore plays Seattle. Shout out to Atlanta. Atlanta plays San Francisco Giants today. Colorado. Shout out Colorado. They're terrible this year, but shout out Colorado. Kansas City Royals are trying to bounce back on the mat right now. Kansas City Royals play Tampa Bay in Kansas City. That should be a good game. And then your nightcap, the main event, the most game that's going to be watched probably tonight, is the Angels versus Diamondbacks, and that is tonight at 8:10 p.m. Okay. Are the Yankees back? I don't know. We're second in the AL East right now, right behind Baltimore, right above Boston. I think we're going to have a nice lead on Boston for a while, unless we have a gigantic losing streak and Boston has a gigantic winning streak. But Baltimore is really we got the same amount of wins. They're only leading because we have more losses, and so Yankees, I think, are back as far as we can make the postseason. Right now, we're in the wild card, which I get. That's it's not scary, but it is scary. Like, you want to be solidified. You want to be that top dog. We want to be AL East recognized. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of the Yankees being top dog, shout out to you, Aaron Judge, AJ99. Okay, top guy for the AL All Stars. Okay, he's going to be on the team. He's going to be probably the captain of the team. He is our captain. Okay, I got to buy me an Aaron Judge jersey, actually. I can't wait for that. And Ohtani. Ohtani was the captain for the NL. And so I'm happy to see what that's going to be like. They're going to do some more format changes. One thing I've always hated about baseball, All-Star games, really, I hated about the NBA, but the NBA finally changed after a while. But MLB, I haven't watched the MLB All-Star game in a while. And the thing I used to hate about it was you wear those fire-ass All-Star jerseys for the home run derby, all that bullshit, the day before. But the All-Star game, you wearing regular jerseys. I hated that shit. I hated that. That was so stupid. Wear the fire-ass All-Star jerseys on the game, and then you can wear your whatever jersey you play for in the home run derby. That makes more sense in my opinion. That's how it used to be. I don't know about now. Like I said, I haven't watched really an MLB All-Star game in God knows how long. So I really haven't been watching enough to talk about it to know. So maybe it has changed. But until then, I think that was stupid how they used to do it. But yeah, are the Yankees back? I think the Yankees are back as far as I think we have a chance of doing something big this year. I think I said it last week. We have to make a World Series appearance to be relevant again. And we have not. We have had so much hype on us going to each season, going towards the postseason. We get to the postseason and we fucking poop the bed. We can never get over that fucking hump. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the players, the managers, the owner. Like, you never know what it is. And so I am happy that we have been keeping our manager. I'm happy that we've been keeping our core players kind of together instead of splitting them up. Just kind of like how I looked at Boston before we won our championship. You wanted to split up Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown because they just can't win it, this and that, after 7 years. Like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they want to split them up, but after a while, they got it going. They got the right remedy. They got the right recipe. They went in there and they won the championship. Okay? And now, look, everybody's on them. Everybody loves them. Everybody can't stop talking about them now. Oh, the best duo in the now we're the best duo. Okay, you see what's going on in the NBA right now? Everybody trying to stack up to beat us, and they put us down quick. Oh, New York got Mikal Bridges. They gonna beat the Celtics. Sixers got PG. They gonna beat the Celtics. We are not worried about that. We wasn't worried to go. Think about this. We are beating all y'all teams that y'all have. You can say, oh, injury, this and that, whatever. We're beating all y'all teams 4-1, maybe 4-0. Now it can go. That all this does for this year that I'm seeing on all this free agency, it goes from us beating y'all 4-1 to or 4-0 to beating y'all 4-2. It doesn't change anything. We just signed basically our whole team back. They just dominated the league and won a championship easily. I'm not worried about nobody. I'm definitely not worried about PG. PG can't come on now. I love PG. PG is lit. He's a guy that I understand why young kids see him as a GOAT. Why young kids love to watch him play. A 6'9", 6'10" guard who can dribble, shoot, and play defense. Like he's a problem. Put him on Boston, we definitely are again repeating again. But him with Philly, I think. You know what? Let me not jump ahead. I'm gonna get into that. Let's put a pin in that. Okay, we're gonna come back to that. But the Yankees are second in the AL East. It's gonna be a good couple of games before we probably can be first, unless Baltimore poops it the next game. And then if we win and Baltimore poops it, then we have a chance. But other than that, it's gonna be fun to watch. LA Dodgers, Ohtani, like I said earlier, he's the captain of the NL, and he's good. And I think he's gonna help the Dodgers get over their hump. Something he couldn't do with the Angels. That was crazy though. How can you not help in my opinion, the Angels are the Clippers of MLB, if you want me to be honest. You put together all this talent. You had Mike Trout. You had Ohtani. You had all these guys on your roster, and you couldn't make it happen. Either somebody got hurt, injured, or it's just you just can't make it happen. So I look at LA Angels as the LA Clippers as far as y'all just can't get it done. Y'all have so much talent to not get it done, and like how Ohtani left Dodgers for how Ohtani left the Angels for the Dodgers this year. That's what happened with PG and the Clippers. He left the Clippers to go to Philly. Cause it's just not happening, man. And then speaking of Philly is number one in the NL East. Philly might be in the World Series again. I think they have a mission. I think Bryce Harper was going to go all in for this fucking World Series. He ain't taking no bullshit. Bryce Harper is going crazy right now. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to the Dodgers being number one. We're gonna catch up to that number one spot in the AL East, and then we're gonna see how it goes from there. But until then, I gotta look at some more about the All-Star game. We'll get more into the All-Star game next week. Until then, NBA free agency. If you have been stored under a rock lately, NBA free agency has been very good. Okay. First of all, let's go back. Okay, we put our pin in our conversation with Paul George and Philly. So let's go back right into that. So what I think is going to happen with Philly, I think Philly has a good chance this year as far as you can catch Milwaukee lacking. You can catch New York lacking. You can catch the Heat lacking. I just don't think y'all have a matchup for us. Now, let's say Kristaps Porzingis foot doesn't heal right, and he's going to be out for the rest of the year. Y'all have everybody in the league has a chance because Porzingis was key for us. Yes, Derek White was key for us as well. He was more key. Drew Holiday was more key than Porzingis, but Porzingis brung us that extra flair, brung us that extra defense. You saw it when he was playing. And so, but when I look at it now, I look at it as in, I look at the Philly 76ers as the top dog team right now. There, we're putting expectations on Philly Tyrese Maxey just got paid. Tyrese Maxey is arguably the best guard in the East. You can argue Jalen Brunson. You can argue. I mean, if you put Jimmy Butler as a guard, okay, you can say that. But I think Jimmy Butler is a. I look at Jimmy Butler more as a forward than a guard. But it's really what you do, how you feel about it, and what you do. But yeah, I think Jalen Brunson gives him a run for his money. Of course, Tyrese Halliburton gives him a run for his money. But when you talk about elite guards in this, like, look at how Tyrese Maxey played. Like, he's fast, he's quick, he's fearless. Like, Tyrese Maxey is very fearless when it comes to, okay, it's me versus you. I don't care. I'm gonna dominate you, and you're not gonna see it coming, right? And so I love that about Tyrese Maxey. Now, of course, being a Kentucky guy, and I'm a John Calipari dude, and I was with Kentucky all these years. So being a Kentucky guy, yeah, I could be a little biased on certain things, but dude, Tyrese Maxey, that guy he deserves every penny he just got paid. Actually, you want me to be honest, I thought he should have got paid more. But it is what it is. So you got Tyrese Maxey, you got Joel Embiid, and you got Paul George on that team. Kelly Oubre said he's coming back. Some more key pieces that need to come back to the team. If you want me to be honest, I would love for P.J. Tucker to come back to the 76ers. I think P.J. Tucker adds value to the 76ers. I think if you put Patrick Beverly on the 76ers, that would add some more value to it, because you're going to have, though, like, I think they're going to be offensively gifted, of course. PG is a two-way player, so he got defense. Tyrese Maxey has quick hands, so his passing lane and his stealing ability is crazy. And then Joel Embiid is just Joel Embiid. That's a monster, okay? He's a best of both worlds monster. He can give you 50 whenever he wants to, and he can play defense, okay? Joel Embiid is a center that I would love to have on my team. But the only problem is Philly keeps fucking up the pieces around him. Like, you had good pieces. Only player that I say that fucked it up for himself around Joel Embiid was Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons fell the fuck off of the face of the earth. I don't know what happened. But other than Ben Simmons, like, you had James Harden, and that didn't go well. You had Jimmy Butler, that didn't go well. And you had all these good pieces, assets that were around Joel Embiid that just didn't work. I think the best team that Joel Embiid has ever had was that Jimmy Butler, Ben Simmons team, where they lost to Toronto on that bullshit-ass jump bouncy shot that Kawhi shot, right? So, Joel Embiid is good. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, King. Joel Embiid is great, and I think he's going to do great this upcoming season. I just don't think you have right now what it takes to beat the Celtics. Now, is that bad? No, it's just the Celtics are just that better than you, and the Celtics are that better than you in every position, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that shit. I had to take my L's on quite a few teams. I remember the time, Game 7 versus LeBron, Cleveland. I thought we had that game locked, especially when Jason Tatum. This was Jason Tatum's rookie year, and he dunked on Bron, did a little chest bump to him. I said, we're going to the finals. I literally said that. We're going to the finals. It just wasn't our time. Okay, so Philly fans, I know it's frustrating, and I know it's agony. Just you want to scratch your eyes out every year, because it's like, you have the team, you have the player. Why can't you get over that hump? Why can't you get there? What is the problem? Who is the problem? What's going on? Look, being a Titans fan, I absolutely have that same stress, because I can't really say it for the Celtics, because I've seen the Celtics win before, and I've seen the Celtics be good. Like, that's cool. But somebody who, say, like a Philly fan who's, like, even a Philly fan that's my age, the last time you seen your team in the finals was AI. And then on top of that, the last time you seen your team won the finals, Magic Johnson was in the league age free. So, I'm just saying, bro. I think Philly has a good chance next year. I think the Bucks are gonna be good this year. They signed Tayshaun Prince. Did y'all see that? That shit was crazy last night. Spurs got better. Spurs are not going to the finals, but you put them in position. You put the Spurs in position to be great for the future. So you're going to put a great veteran around Victor Wembanyama, who's going to teach him, like, because Victor Wembanyama is already good enough when it comes to playmaking, but you put somebody whose basketball brain is out of this world and you giving it to this young talent, like, that's going to be fun to watch. I'm definitely going to go watch a few games next year. Spurs got better. Lakers. Right now, until I see, I know what Bronny's going to bring to the table, and he's not going to play that much. People think he's going to just come in and play. He's not going to really play that much, but he's going to have some games where we see him play. But it's going to be more of a connect that's going to be playing more. I think he adds shooting and more value to the Lakers. I think they're going to make one more move. I'm looking at a DeMar DeRozan maybe. I'm looking at a Zach LaVine possibly. Sign and trade. And so let's look at those two names and see what comes up in LA's radar within the next couple of days. Okay. Stay up to date with that. What else has happened? LeBron signed another 2-year deal with the Lakers, so I think the Lakers will be straight. James Harden is coming back to the Clippers. Derrick Jones Jr. has went to the Clippers. I think that hurts Dallas. I think, yes, you gain Klay Thompson. Well, that's another one. You gain Klay Thompson. You gain they gained somebody else. Can't remember his name. Can't remember his name right now. But you gain a couple more pieces. But you lose. Derrick Jones Jr. was a key reason why you guys made that run that you did. He had some good buckets. He had some good games. All right, Tim Hardaway Jr. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you can lose Tim Hardaway Jr. and it's okay. But now Tim Hardaway Jr. ain't no scrub now. Now put Tim Hardaway Jr. on the Rockets. Put Tim Hardaway Jr. on the Spurs. Put Tim Hardaway Jr. on the Clippers. Put him on the on the Grizzlies. Put him on somewhere where they have a chance to compete. And I think, or put Tim Hardaway Jr. on the Lakers. Any one of those teams, I think he brings a level of skill, a level of veteran-y to that team to be able to get over that hump. Like now that the Nuggets has lost KCP, put Tim Hardaway Jr. on the Nuggets. Now, is Tim Hardaway Jr. better than KCP? I don't think so. But he does help fill that void that is left in KCP. So, Tim Hardaway Jr. ain't no scrub. I say anybody will be lucky to get him. The Rockets are going to be I think the Rockets can benefit from them too, but the Rockets are going to be must-watch TV next year. They just got better with drafting Reed Shepherd. So in a matter of like a couple of years, you was able to draft Smith from Auburn. You drafted Thompson, and then you drafted Reed Shepherd. You got 3 guys who can come in and develop real well. I think Reed Shepherd, out of all of those guys, Reed Shepherd is probably the only one that's going to come in and actually be NBA ready. But other than that, like, these guys are that's going to be must-watch TV. And your coach is Ime Udoka. Okay? I know who he is. He definitely has had he had a good season with the Celtics. Had a good time. He has a good run. He's a great coach. Phenomenal coach. Look, the Rockets were 1 win away from being in the play-in game. And so you can only imagine when they got better, they got more depth, they got all this, and what they're going to do next year. I think they're going to be must-watch television next year. Mark my words. Watch out for the Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets are going to be must-watch television next year. There's a lot of them. Klay Thompson to the Mavericks said that. I think that's, if you want me to be honest with you, I think Klay Thompson to the Mavericks is a year too late. If you had Klay Thompson this past year, they would have put up a better fight versus the Celtics. Now I still think we would have won, but they would have put up a better fight and they would have got a year stronger. And then this next year, I can say they would have won the championship. But now, he's just now getting there. They got to have chemistry together. You don't have everybody that you had from last year. So it's going to be a little bit tougher. And now that, even though they lost, they still have the target on their back as the Western Conference champions, the Mavericks. So look at this. The Mavericks, you beat the Clippers. You beat the You beat the you beat the Timberwolves. You beat the Clippers, you beat the Timberwolves, and you beat the OKC Thunder. Those are 3 teams back to back that has a target on you already. Okay, the Lakers are going to look at you and they think they're better than you. Okay, the Kings think they're better than you. The Pelicans probably think they're better than you. So you got a whole target on your back because you was Western Conference champions. So I don't know. Can I see the Mavericks coming back to the finals? I can, but do I think realistically it's going to happen? I do not. It's going to be fun to watch. Warriors are probably about to get. They had talks with Lauri Markkanen. They're gonna get Buddy Hield, and it's gonna. I don't know, man. I never thought in my years of loving and watching basketball that I see the Warriors fall dramatically like they have been this past year. And it's crazy. Now, Lauri Markkanen, he's probably not going to lead the Jazz according to some sources. But I'll say this. If I'm the one team that nobody's going to talk about right now, if I'm Orlando Magic, if you get if Orlando Magic, if you can get Lauri Markkanen in a trade to the Magic, Lauri Markkanen on the Magic, that would be the team that I can say scares me as a Celtics fan. Now, you're going to say, what do you mean? There's Young. They don't know. Yeah, hear me out, okay? Pound for pound, position for position, everybody for everybody, they have the best matchup for us. Lauri Markkanen, Kristaps Porzingis, Paolo Banchero, Jason Tatum, okay? And the list goes on and on and on. And like they have key pieces, key assets to where you look at it and say they can really match up with the Celtics. Now, I will say, Lauri Markkanen to the Magic would be crazy. And I think that would be a series that I would love to watch, Magic versus Celtics, with that lineup with Lauri Markkanen there. That would be something I would love to watch. Now, do I still think the Celtics have a fairly advantage over that? Of course I do. But it's still something I would love to see. All right. Keep it going. Training camp for the NFL is less than a month away. We're looking at the end of this month of training camp starting. Okay, not even the end of this month. Probably I think a week before the end of this month, they're going to be starting getting the pads, getting some stuff going. I can't wait. Steelers, Russell Wilson. I can't wait to see how that plays out with him and Justin Fields. I think Russell Wilson has a revenge year. I think Steelers win 9-10 games and go in the playoffs, and probably I don't know what they do after that. The Bills, that's something that we just got to watch. The Jets, Aaron Rodgers did a no-call, no-show for a mandatory camp for a trip that he already had planned. Okay, so I get that. Guess what? It's times I get a new job and I already had something planned, and I got to tell them straight up, like, yo, I had this plan already before I even got this job. So I get what it is. Like, one thing y'all got to realize, so yeah, these are millionaires who play ball for a living, for their millions, but they're still people. They still have the stuff that they playing with their family, that they playing with their kids, they're playing with everything. So yeah, so like I get it, but at the same time, motherfucker, you're Aaron Rodgers. You've done everything in your lifetime. That's basically what he did for this mandatory camp. He did a no call, no show for a trip that he already had planned. Like, bro, you haven't played in a year. We need you back on this field. We need you ready to go, and you're not showing up. That scares me. That concerns the fuck out of me, because now. What if this is sad to say, but what if this shit happens? What if he gets into week 1 this season and hurts himself again? And he's out for the season again. Y'all would fucking lose it, because we all would lose it. That would be so fucking crazy. But Aaron Rodgers basically did a no-call, no-show for this mandatory camp he just had to do. But it doesn't bother me because they're not in pads yet. So until they're in pads, it doesn't really bother me if I'm a Jets fan. Now, if we get into pads, we talking about training camp, and he's still doing this no-call, no-shows, he ain't showing up to camp, that's kind of concerning, because that's end of July, beginning of August. So his season starts in September. Preseason week 1 is on August 1st. Just saying. Look out for that. I think it's gonna be a good season next year. I'm gonna talk more about NFL as soon as really training camp starts, because I can't really get a feel for how it's gonna be. Everybody's healthy right now, but as soon as those pads come on, you're gonna see ACL, MCL, ACL, concussions. Like, gonna be out for the years, out for months, and it's so sad. I hate that, because that's what goes into playing this brutal sport. That shit happens, but I can't really talk much about what the expectation is until I see what happens on in training camp and who's going to be actually be playing and who's actually going to be healthy. But until then, I can talk about my boys that's right behind me right here. My Titans. I think this year is going to be a Titans revenge season. It's a revenge loading season right now. We're going to have a decent schedule. It's not going to be hard. We don't have to play the Chiefs this year. We don't have to play the Ravens. We don't have to play Chiefs, Ravens, and we don't have to play the Bills. Okay, that's 3 games. No. We do play the Bills this year, but we don't have to play the Chiefs or the Ravens. So I think we dodge bullets with those 2 games, but we gotta play Houston twice a year. We gotta play the Colts twice a year, and we gotta play the Jaguars twice a year. Which those are all any division games are always hard. So there's gonna be I can easily say we can go 1-1 for each one of them. Houston I still has winning our division, but I wouldn't be surprised if we take it to that last game where it's Houston versus Tennessee in Tennessee for the division, and I got us 1,000 times. Okay, I gotta buy me some more jerseys, of course, before the season starts. So y'all see me in some new jerseys. Titans, Celtics. Gotta buy me a Celtics championship jersey, and I gotta buy me a Yankees jersey. But yeah, before I go, guys, thank you guys for checking in with me today. Episode 11. That's crazy, right? Episode 11. This is the 4th of July special. Thank you guys for showing up, having fun. Thank you guys for tuning in to that Talk After Dark last night. I appreciate you guys. I will discuss on my social medias whenever I would do it again. But until then, thank you guys so much. Quote of the day. Let's see what we got today. Quote of the day. Everybody in your life. Think of everybody in your life as a video game. It's levels to this, okay? So once you pass each level, you have grown and got better in the game. And when you hit the boss level, you've went through all those other levels that prepare you for this moment. Now you're going to fail the first time versus the boss level, but you can keep trying again until you beat the boss level, okay? So beat that boss level. Quote of the day, focus on beating that boss level, okay? Thank you guys so much. Love you guys. Talking 100 Podcast. See y'all next week when I do episode 12, okay? Thank you guys so much. See y'all later.